Radiant team ban.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Join Dota League Season 5. We got more best of 2s incoming. XPC going up against XGame KZ, so it's probably the first time that I've seen where two of the teams start with X. I don't think anyone cares, but it's just an interesting thing to note. And, well, it's kind of rough for XGame. They've been working with a lot of stand-ins recently. Wadafaka, I guess you could say less of a stand-in, because he had previously played with the XGame side for quite a long time. Not too sure what happened. I'm pretty sure he's not on the roster, but they're just, having him stand in right now. And I'm told that 4K Warrior is Mantis, so maybe XGame not in as much of shambles as I really thought, but ordinarily I would say XGame, when they were at a little bit more of their prime, when they actually had a full-on lineup, they would have quite an edge over XPC. But we'll see if the Romanians can do something in this game. I'm Mike Loris, going to be bringing you through this best of 2, and well, we have a draft underway. Looking quickly at the bans, looks like nothing too weird coming out here. This is flavor of the month in full effect. Troll Warlord Juggernaut. Of course, you get the Axe there because Axe is probably the strongest out of these, really super popular flavor of the month heroes. Maybe even with Troll. But I'm pretty sure they're both stronger than Juggernaut. At least that's my opinion. Lion also going to hit the bin. Lots of red hero hate for both sides. XGame clearly going to pick up a Vengeful Spirit after said ban. So XPC now going to be a little bit less likely to grab a Bat Rider. And I actually do like it when teams not only grab the Vengeful Spirit first, but follow that up with the Bat Rider. Just because initiation nowadays is at such a high premium. Like, Centaur is less of a desirable pick nowadays, or at least he's a lot less common because of how easy he is to push out of lane as compared to other heroes. And usually when you grab a Bat Rider, you're going to be the one with the most initiation. That's also partially why the Storm Spirit has been seeing so much play as of late, because he's another hero who, from a very long range, can just get in there and start some fights. So the Storm Spirit, Clockwork, Bat Rider, those are the heroes that you really want to be picking up, and those are the heroes that you really have to be prepared for if you are, if you're going to be playing a game of Dota in this patch. And that's where Vengeful Spirit really comes in. She's able to, first of all, work very well with those heroes, get a little bit more damage, get a long range done, fantastic. She also has a secondary wave initiation with the swap, also good. But more importantly, when you're going to be jumped by said Bat Rider or a Clockwork, then you want to be able to swap your ally out, and that's exactly what Vengeful Spirit does do, and there aren't really many other heroes that can do that. So Vengeful Spirit, probably the best way to start out in preparation for the future initiators, as XPC going to hold on to their initiating choice for right now. And wow, this is interesting. Shaker first, which is probably something that you could get away with. He's powerful enough to make it so that first picking him isn't too weird, but in general I would say you could probably grab Shaker a little bit later. Grabbing a Sniper second is really where things get a little bit crazy. Sniper is a hero that is extremely powerful with Earthshaker, mostly because both of those two have a very long range of initiation from level 1. You can let the Fisher fly, and then you just lay down a whole carpet of shrapnel. And then if you're going up against a soft hero like a Shadow Fiend, who is probably going to be going in the mid lane, and Sniper's going to be going in the mid lane too, then you're most likely going to be getting those kills. So this is a reasonable way to open for XPC. That being said, these two heroes, they're powerful together, but you could probably pick up a Sniper a lot later. I don't think I've seen Sniper banned ever, I want to say. Like maybe once, as when a team was just like, okay, we don't know what to ban, let's just ban out Sniper because it seems okay. But the odds of Sniper getting through to the second phase, hell, even to the third phase, is usually pretty high. And this isn't really a hero that you could really build around. Yellow try to keep him safe, but ooh, XGame gonna waste no time. Okay, we got ourselves a real draft, guys. We got ourselves a real draft. So Sniper Earthshaker versus the Vengeful Spirit Drow Ranger, and well, now XPC, they're going to need some frontliners for multiple reasons. Bristleback should be a consideration here, but you need frontliners to keep your Sniper safe, but you also need frontliners to put pressure on the Drow Ranger. And similarly for XGame, they need frontliners to keep their Drow Ranger safe, and they need frontliners to put pressure on the Sniper. So it's going to be a very heavy positioning game. Like, this game is pretty much going to be 100% about who is going to be picked off first and who is going to be sitting in the back while the frontliners are fighting. That's where Drow Ranger and Sniper really both excel. That's both of those two heroes' jobs. Of course, XGame get a little bit more of a direct approach with their draft. They clearly want range heroes with this. Visage a consideration, I'm sure, for the XPC side to ban out. But if they let that through, then I'm pretty sure XGame are going to have no qualms about snapping that up, and it will be banned out. Also, the Omni-Knight's Skywrath Mage going to be banned out, just getting rid of some powerful support heroes for the XPC side. Heroes that could just annihilate Drow Ranger, but now your XPC, you're looking at the Drow Ranger on the other end, and you have to take into consideration your lanes, but also the ability of your heroes to jump onto the Drow Ranger. Right now, they don't really have any way of getting in there. Shaker eventually will be able to blink in and do some stuff, but that is not a reliable way of dealing with the Drow Ranger, not by a long shot. So, grabbing Phantom Assassin Slark, usually going to be your best bets. Also, grabbing an Initiator, whoever it is going to be, a Clockwork, a Storm Spirit, any way of getting into the Drow Ranger's face is going to be huge for XPC. And if it's not one of those two picks, then it's just going to be like a random offlaner, just because the offlane pool isn't really that high. But I'm really liking Clockwork here for XPC because of previous stated reasons, and there we go. Yeah, I just tactically took a sip of my drink knowing that they would pick the Clockwork, guys. It's a really just simple pick, honestly. Like, they don't get the Skywrath Mage synergy with the Mystic Flare, and they don't have that much damage to pour into a cog, but it's okay if you don't. And just having initiation power on your team and ability to get into the Drow Ranger's face, and the ability to actually kill Drow Ranger once you get into her face, is actually going to be pretty sweet. So Clockwork is going to be the pick here for XPC. Looking for a little bit more synergy with that, but as far as support heroes go, maybe the Witch Doctor is going to be in consideration, but yeah, more crowd control is always going to be desirable, especially now that XGame have picked up for themselves a Queen of Pain. So you got your mid lane matchup right now, Queen of Pain and the Sniper. Most likely, unless these teams want to change something up, which is possible, but it should be a Queen of Pain focused matchup there. Sniper will need some help from Shaker and +1, and then, you know, you'll be able to hold your own versus Queen of Pain. The ability to burst her down, though, is not really present unless they grab like a really hard nuker as their secondary support, like Alina or something like that, but that is probably not going to be happening. So, the Queen of Pain should have a free roll in the mid lane, and it's going to be an okay lane for the Sniper. He will be decent enough to just, you know, right-click away and try to use his range to keep himself safe. But at a certain point, once Sonic Wave comes up, it's all over for the Sniper. There's not really much that you could do except for, well, try to delay that Queen of Pain's level 6, but good luck ever doing that. Now, what they can do, though, is grab more crowd control. That's going to be maybe the mid lane matchup for the Queen of Pain. And certainly for XPC, Puck versus Queen of Pain is a lot better than the Sniper versus Queen of Pain. But it's also just another hero to, first of all, initiate. Like, you got Puck and Clockwork now with the ability, and, you know, they want to jump in and start fights. If you blink in, coil, silence a Drow Ranger, usually you're going to be starting the fights off pretty well. And hell, Clockwork to follow up, Sniper and Earthshaker, all with long-range forms of initiation, or I guess tools, long-range tools, let's say. They're all going to be able to follow up on that Drow Ranger, and you kill her off, the next game's damage really plummets. Or at least most of the time it will plummet. With the Phoenix pickup for XGame, yeah, their right clicks are going to be pretty hard, but it's mostly in the magical damage, honestly, where XPC really has to concern themselves. Both Phoenix and the Queen of Pain are going to be delivering in that regard. So XGame, even though their Drow Ranger is still with a, you know, a 4 or 5 ranged hero lineup, it's not really going to be the damage that's the core focus of these heroes. Like, they're mostly going to be casting their spells. Yeah, of course you will be able to right-click afterwards, but it's not going to be like themselves grabbing a Viper or a Razor, who are still in the pool and would be pretty reasonable here for XGame if they were, of course, looking for another core, but they're looking for another support, so probably a little bit less likely. And what do we get here for XPC? It's, well, probably going to be that secondary support. Silence are going to be banned out, so maybe XGame going to look for a little bit of greed. Whenever I see a Silencer banned out, I'm always thinking, oh, they probably want to pick up some sort of teamfight ultimate. And Enigma's still in the pool, although probably not really what you want to do against all these long-range stuns. So XPC, as I said before, Witch Doctor would be pretty reasonable here. Hell, Rubik would be just fine. Getting more disable, always better than having less disable, I suppose. And there you go, it's going to be the Witch Doctor. So now they have a minor combination with the Clockwork. But with so many tools, with so many ways of controlling where XPC can, or rather XGame can and can't go, then the Witch Doctor ultimate gets a lot better. Really, XGame, they don't have many ways of interrupting that. They have the Gust and they have the Swap Magic Missile. And that's reasonable, but you have to walk through Cogs, Coil, Fissure. And that's a lot of things to walk through. Not to mention, like, all the damage. Like, you have to go through that first. So Witch Doctor is
10
going to be a
seconds
pretty safe
remaining.
pick once you get into the later stages, unless he is caught out of position, in which case he's just dead. There's no way to survive what xGame have. It's just not happening. So Witch Doctor on the field, xGame looking for their final support hero. And Tree was banned out, which would have been very interesting. Haven't seen that guy in quite a long time. It would be reasonable with what they have, just being able to protect a Queen of Pain and Drow Ranger while they kind of go deep and try to, dive for some kills. There aren't really many heroes that can offer that since Omni Knight is banned out. So as far as the heroes that can protect that hero who just wants to go in, there aren't really that many left. Or you could do this. This might be better. Maybe not better tactically, maybe not better as a drafting reason, but definitely better in the entertainment aspect. I think last time I casted xGame, they actually did run with the Spirit Breaker. They just turned up the aggro super high, and it just went off. It was ridiculous. So Spirit Breaker most likely going to be played as a support pick, and they were okay with heroes that could get on top of the sniper, like Phoenix and Queen of Pain. Once you hit the sniper with anything that those two heroes have, especially those fire spirits, usually you're going to be fine. But having a hero that could set the pace from level 1, and usually does want to set the pace from level 1, or level 2 when you get the Greater Bash, that Spirit Breaker is going to be a very large factor in this early stage. XPC, though, they're kind of well prepared for the Spirit Breaker. Again, they have so many tools interrupting his movement, making sure that he's not going to be able to just freely right-click away. And even early on, like, who are you going to charge? You could charge a Clockwork, but he has Cog's Battery Assault. The odds of you killing him are very, very slim. You could charge a Sniper, and you'll probably be able to kill him if you connect. But charging a Sniper involves going through a Witch Doctor and through an Earthshaker. So your charge is probably not going to connect. And then charging a Puck is just never, ever going to work. So for the Spirit Breaker, it might be a little bit of a difficult game for him to actually connect with those charges. Now, if he does, then the XPC side, they are fairly fragile. Like, you can get on top of these guys and kill them off in a hurry, especially with what xGame are packing in the form of damage. My mic is not open. 1 second, guys. There we go. So yeah, it will be a potentially a good pick, but with Spirit Breakers, it's always a little bit hit or miss. Maybe Stallcat is just going to be bash hacking today, and that will be reasonable. But if he doesn't, if he gets a little bit unlucky, if he is not on his A game, then I could see the Spirit Breaker doing pretty much nothing. And in that case, you kind of have to just resort to your jungle and get a couple of pulls going, and then be happy with that. But at the very least, it's a tanky hero for the Drow Ranger to kind of hide behind, even though he may be played as more of a supporter. Although, this is very interesting. Okay, we got both these two heroes on the bottom lane for xGame, loading out with very similar builds, so maybe they're going to be juggling who's the core and who's not. I'm inclined to think Spirit Breaker as a support because, well, it is Spirit Breaker. Haven't seen him as anything else, but Phoenix support is, I guess, kind of viable as well. We'll see. As xGame, they're going to load out into their guaranteed lanes. We got 4K Warrior, I'm told, Mantis up towards the top lane as the Drow Ranger. Shkeeper standing in from, I think he had an Aspera tag. I think I might be incorrect, but he's going to be playing that Vengeful Spirit. Wadafaka on the Phoenix, Reeves on the Queen of Pain, and then Stallcat is on the Cow. On the XPC side, we got Razvan on the Earthshaker with D12 on the Witch Doctor, Red Light on the Sniper. Over towards mid lane, it is going to be Kano on the Puck. Are they going to start something? No, they're not. Yeah, they're probably just going to force each other out. Both cows just, looking at each other angrily. And up towards top, we got Synergy on the Clockwork. And yes, they are both cows because they were both Tauren in Dota 1. That is a truth fact, guys. You have been enlightened. Here we go. We're going to take a look at how these lanes actually shape up. Most interested in this bottom lane, because usually with Spirit Breaker, you want to be playing super aggressively. That's really what you want to be doing. With 5 armor, 720 hit points, he's tanky, man. He's tanky right up there with Ogre Magi tanky. So use that health, use that sustained damage output to really put the pressure onto the XPC side. And because of that, you usually see him either very heavily roaming around or sitting in an offensive tri-lane, in which case, his objective in either one is just get kills. Going in a dual lane with the Phoenix, their kill potential is going to be slightly high as they're going to dive forward for D12. No Fire Spirits are there, though. Shrapnel's going to be laid down, plus a cast bounce. Wadafaka is in a lot of trouble. He will dive to his death. Now Fish on Stallcat. They can't get this kill, but they're going to put a lot of damage onto him before the cow will get out of range. That was not... That is like either sick BM or I missed something happening on the top lane. But yeah, this is not really the lane you want to be working with a Spirit Breaker. It is nice that they actually landed the charge, yeah, but it's only a level 1 charge. And now, well, okay, Wadafaka is going to be fine for now, but a Phoenix going that aggressive early on That's not what you want to be doing. This dude is fragile. He's got 511 HP. He's got only 3 armor because of that ring of protection. And look how much damage he's taking right now just from a couple hits from D12. You can't afford to just go in like that as a Phoenix. You need a lot more help, and because of that, I'm not really sure why they decided to, start things off with a dual lane bottom against 3 heroes. That in itself is a failing prospect, but with a Phoenix being that secondary hero, there's no way that that's going to be going on. So xGame off to a slow start with the Space Cow, and Phoenix off to a even slower start, though the Phoenix should be more or less fine as long as he plays it very, very carefully. He is not going to have the funnest lane in the world. Looking at some of the other lanes now, top lane has been completely abandoned by the XPC side for now, though I think it's just to grab that rune. Clockwork should be fine to sit in this lane for a little while longer. However, at a certain point, Drow Ranger will be able to completely demolish that clock, like completely crush him. And then if the Vengeful Spirit is there, then, well, that's just an even more guaranteed kill. So top lane for the Clockwork, going to be really dangerous. He's going to try to leak some experience, leech it off this lane, but yeah, if he gets a little bit too close, if that Frost Arrow is going to be leveled up to level 2, maybe even level 3, then Synergy is going to be kited to hell and back. Even though he does have boots, Drow Ranger has as well. So he needs level 6, or he needs help, or he needs to leave the lane. And then over towards mid lane, Puck and Queen of Pain going to be, going at it 1v1. And this is a fairly even matchup. I mean, the Puck does have tools at defending himself versus the Queen of Pain, i.e. Phase Shift, as well as that Jaunt Away on the Orb. But Phase Shift can only do so much. Up towards top lane, looks like Clockwork got started upon, but he will put up the cog and will be fine. Synergy dropping fairly low, out of mana, but he will be surviving. I'm pretty sure these guys are... Yeah, okay, we're just having a good time right now. So the Puck is going to have those tools at dealing with the Queen of Pain, but that's not really going to help him win the lane. It's just going to help him not lose the lane in that phase shift. Like, yeah, you could dodge Scream of Pain, but you can't dodge her, huge right-click damage. You can't dodge both the dagger and the Scream of Pain unless you're really Gosu. So, yeah, the Queen of Pain should be doing an okay job here, and we can see that reflected in the CS right now. The Queen of Pain and Puck remaining relatively even with one another. So, of course, there's going to be one kill now going for xGame side, as they're going to get Sniper a lot of protected farm down towards his bottom lane. And that is going to be pretty darn dangerous for the xGame side. Their ability to put pressure onto the Sniper ordinarily would be decent. If they had a tri-lane here, it would probably not be a tri-lane that they would be taking advantage of, though. So, really, there's no great way to shut down the Sniper in lane. So you have to just wait until your heroes get a little bit more, especially this Queen of Pain, who will be doing quite a bit of damage. But until that happens, Wadafaka is just going to be dying. Fissure into Shrapnel, and with the cask bouncing through, the Witch Doctor is getting some sick value with those casks so far, constantly bouncing between heroes. And it's just a very easy kill. Now the Sniper even going for a headshot heavy build. It's been a long time actually since I've seen a Sniper in the safe lane. At least it seems like it's been a long time. Usually it's towards mid and you want to get Shrapnel there. But Shrapnel is pretty bad when you're dealing with the Phoenix, generally. Mostly because Phoenix can just Icarus dive out of it, so you might as well get the skill that helps you do damage. And Red Light is going to be doing that right now. If he gets another point and take aim, then this Phoenix is not going to be safe at all. Like, the Sniper will just be able to pop the phase boots, charge at the Phoenix, and then if you're Phoenix, you actually just can't do anything about it except for try to run away, and if you're unlucky, you'll have to Icarus dive away. Unfortunately for xGame, as bad as their bottom lane is going, oh, never mind, 4K Warrior might just be dead. No swap for Keeper, and he's going to throw a Magic Missile, and 4K Warrior is actually going to get a pass through the side shop area. Will he survive right now? And looks like Synergy looking to get a little bit closer, but the Space Cow is coming in. In the meantime, Reeves and Puck getting into a fight right now. Puck will jaunt forward looking for something, but 4K is going to survive actually. With Reeves still on the back end, they still have Synergy charged. The Cow is coming in, and Reeves going to unload on Synergy. Sonic Wave going to get that kill. Now switching over the charge towards a creep. Oh, that was kind of unlucky. Now Fissure onto 4. Reeves and 4K in a lot of trouble. He will get away with 3 HP. No, he won't. Queen of Pain has that blink cooldown, and he will be going down. Double kill for Reeves. 4K does go down in the end. Just a little bit unfortunate for Mantis there, as he did have a free pass. He was free and clear, but he decided to play the really close game, and with 2 HP survival on the Puck, really you can't blame him too much for trying to go for that. Razvan gonna take a couple bashes out towards top lane, but he will be fine. But that's the type of fight that xGame pretty much want to take all the time. When they have a running gun fight, when you have a Spirit Breaker coming in, most of the time with xGame's side, they're gonna have the numbers advantage. Especially if the fight starts more on, this top half of the map over here. So with the numbers advantage, they'll be able to reinforce very quickly with the Spirit Breaker. Speaking of, looks like he's got eyes for the Puck, but the odds of that landing, as said before, very slim. First of all, they had a little bit unfortunate charge displacement, I guess you could say. It went to a range creep. He's actually going to take a lot of damage. And Reeves, gotta have to sneeze. He's thinking about jumping in, but Blink only being level 1, it is really hard to get those kills on Puck. Sticking onto him as Queen of Pain right now is going to be really difficult, but still he is going to be having a rough time. And we can see that double damage helping the Queen of Pain out quite a bit, but aside from that, he will be able to do something very similar, even without that DD rune. As nice as xGame are doing up on top and mid, still bottom lane is being absolutely trucked by this sniper. Phoenix is just going to take shrapnel and then headshot hits. Not good times for him. He does have a Spirit Breaker kind of nearby, but I'm sure they remember what happened last time they decided to do that. Reeves going to go strong into key, will fail though. Fissure coming in just in time, and well, Queen of Pain without Sonic Wave is not exactly what you want to be doing versus the Puck. 6 stick charges as well there for Keanu. And he will be able to kill off the Queen of Pain with the help of said Shaker. I mean, the Queen of Pain, I guess, just didn't expect that to happen. Otherwise, he just wouldn't have gone in. But suddenly, all the advantage that you had as Queen of Pain is now going to be fairly mitigated as Puck approaches his Blink Dagger at a slightly faster clip. Only 900 gold, not really the best for the Puck. But his winning that duel with the Queen of Pain definitely going to put him over the edge in future engagements, especially once he does get that Blink Dagger. Suddenly Queen of Pain is not the only one who can go aggressive. It will also be that Puck trying to get kills on the Queen of Pain and trying to get kills on the Phoenix as well. I'm pretty sure something's going to happen down in this bottom lane. D12 is itching for a fight. Sniper also has Phase Boots and Assassinate. So they're going to think about going for this Phoenix, but Phoenix now with Supernova is a lot more difficult to kill. XPC side, they have a lot of control, but they don't have like complete chain stun amount of control. So if you give Phoenix a second, he will just pop that Supernova, and in which case, you don't really know if you'll be able to kill the egg because you don't know who's going to be coming in. But definitely on this top lane, the Phoenix has got to be very, very careful because D12 is wrapping around right now. Wadafaka, oh, is he just dead right now? They need the Fissure to land. Assassinate's going to connect, and looks like, well, the Phoenix is going to back off successfully. We have a charge, though, that's going to be... well, okay, going towards the tier 2. I think Synergy is going to be okay, guys. He's going to be fine. But up towards top lane, Jar Ranger has popped her aura a couple of times now, and it will kill off a tier 1. Reeves joining the fight there as well. The damage bonus all the way up to plus 17, which for 8 minutes in the game is actually really, really high. That's only with a level 1 aura, though it is just with the marksmanship as well. He's got power treads, he's got 2 Wraith Bands in his inventory, and now they're going to try to go for the Puck. See, this Spirit Breaker has so far not really been doing that much. You won't hit with this charge. It just won't happen. See? And now he's stuck. That's what happens when you don't listen to me, guys. Stallcat is going to die right now. There's a nice cast bounce, plus a Maledict onto 2. D12 is occupying everyone else's time, where Stallcat just going to die off to the side. Coil onto 2. Now Wadafaka, he pretty much has to Supernova, or he will just die. He snaps the coil, and now he's going to be in a lot of trouble. He will Supernova. Needs some help, though. He will get annihilated immediately. And Keeper also going to hit with that Fissure. Reeves can connect as well. He has a Sonic Wave, and he has a nice 4-man angle right now. But can he fight? He will kill off the Earthshaker first, but Reeves will give his life for it. Now Keeper going to die as well. And that's a 1-for-4 trade for XPC. That is just abysmally bad for xGame. I mean, when you have a 4-man Sonic Wave, you kind of want to take it. They did do a lot of damage to that Shaker, but still it's a Shaker kill. Who cares about that? Actually, no one. And the Jar Ranger not being there probably helped out xGame, because that would have been just a 5th hero for XPC to kill. But seriously, Spirit Breaker, you don't charge the Puck, because it will actually never land. You just phase shift it and you're golden, or you coil and you're golden. Either way, Stallcat is going to be kind of unlucky. Like, let's be honest, the odds of him connecting with that charge are very low, but the odds of him getting stuck from the charge, that's even lower. So like, Spirit Breaker is, you know, kind of unfortunate in this game, and might be a little bit more so as, well, he's going to charge away as soon as he sees some enemies. Right down to the low ground. The Spirit Breaker is getting some sick value. 2 CS level 4, has not done pretty much anything for his team. And this is pretty much the worst case scenario for Spirit Breaker. As I said before, you want him to be fully aggressive. As late game, he's pretty much just a slightly utility-based hero. You get a couple bashes here and there, you'll be able to charge through and ideally connect onto 2 or 3 people with that charge of darkness. You know, charge through 2 or 3 people, so you stun them all. But aside from that, man, this guy's not going to be transitioning into damage anytime soon. He just needs a lot more farm and a lot more time, or a lot more kills, all of which just aren't happening right now. So it's Spirit Breaker kind of a dead pick. Vengeful Spirit not really doing too much, but she will have guaranteed value later on. Like right now, just sitting with Reeves, she's getting some guaranteed value. It's not that much damage, but it's something. Magic Missile Stun is also going to be amazing as well. They're going to smoke up and look towards bottom lane, where the bottom lane is already pushing. Wadafaka is ready to fight right now, but the XPC side, they do not want to fight. I don't think they saw the smoke. They have no vision here at all, like nowhere close to vision. But it seems like they know something is up. Maybe it's because mid lane is empty. And that usually is a hint enough. So smoke gank for the XGame side going to fail, and everyone's going to resume their regularly scheduled playing. Synergy, though, going to have eyes now for Stallcat. Killing the Spirit Breaker, though, really, really hard. He'll just charge out of the cogs, and Battery Assault will interrupt it, but there's a chance that he'll be able to just charge out before that Battery Assault can come through. Bottom lane, though, they're going to go for D12. Charge has already been used in for Wadafaka, but he's going to have to pop his ultimate right now. He'll kill off the Witch Doctor. The egg will refresh all the cooldowns. The Spirit Breaker's coming in as well. Synergy's going to arrive. Assassinate onto Keeper. That will get a kill with the Fissure. Now Red Light's in a lot of trouble. He will get Scream Pain down. Spirit Breaker's still coming in, albeit very slowly. Synergy stuck in his own cogs. Needs to get out, but he can't even hit his cogs because of the minus attack speed. He's going to go down as well. Stallcat arriving just to steal the kill. Well done, Spirit Breaker. But man, that is something I've never seen before. Clockwork too slow to hit his cogs. He thought that his attack speed was faster, and then he got hit with the Fire Spirit, so he's like, well, shit, I have to reissue my attack command. And then he just got crushed by the Phoenix. I guess Phoenix is guaranteed hard counter to the Clockwork now, guys. That is where we are at in Dota. That was pretty sick, but still, it's going to be a pretty decent trade for XGame. Jumping on the Phoenix like that, having a Phoenix who's also packing some skill levels now. Would you figure that? Surprise, surprise, it actually is able to do some damage now that he has maxed out Fire Spirits. And Icarus Dive also does some decent damage as well. So the Phoenix now is a little bit more online than the previous attempt with the Phoenix. And having the Queen of Pain there as well certainly does help. Now it can put points into Shadow Strike, and hey, if you look at Shadow Strike, it actually gets pretty ridiculous once you level it up. Level 4-second cooldown at level 4 is just crazy. The tower is going to be claimed, but it might not be for free. 4K Warrior going to wander into a whole slew of enemies. Fissure Coil is held, and that is going to be the very easy kill on the Drow Ranger, who, for the most part in this game, has had a decent time. But Mask of Madness not really going to do much in helping you escape those ganks. As long as she's staying alive, the rest of the team is going to be doing a lot of damage. But of course, staying alive is the hard part in all of that. So right now, XGame still on the back foot. However, they do have a pretty farmed Queen of Pain and a Drow Ranger that is equally farmed. They have to worry about the Sniper still, who has gone for pretty much the exact same build as that Drow Ranger. But for right now, they've been keeping Red Light down as best they can, all things considered. They could do a slightly better job at shutting down the Sniper. Like, you know, go down towards the bottom lane a couple more times. But they've been trying as best they can. Just the Sniper has never been there when they've actually wanted to get these kills. So Sniper, he's still firing away, but here comes another attempt down towards bottom. Sniper needs help right now as Stallcat is going to close in, has another strike as well. Reeves has his ultimate, and they will use it, wasting no time so that they get the hell out first. Sniper going to go down. Synergy, though, going to hook shot into Stallcat. He already used his charge, and Stallcat has to fight it out now, and that's not a fight that he really wants to be taking, especially with Razvan coming in. They will kill off the Spirit Breaker with that Echo Slam. Now Reeves is actually out of mana. Will blink into the trees. Will that actually be him safe? Oh. Don't move, Reeves. Don't move. Okay, that was a very, very close call. He's going to TP out of here. Unless Fissure? No Fissure. Okay, so Reeves gets away somehow. That was so close, man. If the Death Ward was just here instead of here, that would have been a dead Queen of Pain. But sometimes you just got to go for it, man. It's cool. The cooldown isn't that large, so you might as well just fire it off and see what you can get. In the meantime, XGame, they make a 1-for-1 trade, Spirit Breaker for that Sniper, a very reasonable trade for XGame, especially if this Drow Ranger can sneak the Roshan in the meantime, and it looks like she will be able to do just that. Usually you want your Vengeful Spirit there to help out a little bit with that minus armor, but why bother with 2 heroes when you can do it with 1? Drow Ranger going to grab that Aegis, and now she's pretty much going to be sticking onto that farm track for now. XGame probably do need their Sonic Wave at the very least, back up if they're going to be going for a real aggressive tower push. And 4K is actually going to try to go for a Razvan. Has the Spirit Breaker coming in. His damage output is pretty high, but the hook shot's going to come in. Synergy going to get bumped out of it, though. Stallcat can interrupt the charge on the Earthshaker and try to go for 4K. This is going to be a kill on the Aegis. Stallcat also going to be going down here. And Mantis, does he have any backup coming in? Queen of Pain is off to the side. Keeper is as well, but 4K is going to land in Gust onto 2. Reason the BKB is going to kill off D12 first of all, but taking a lot of damage from the sniper in the meantime. He's going to turn around and try to man-fight the sniper, actually. Blinking forward for a Scream of Pain. No, doesn't even have that yet. Red Light's going to man-fight and win. 4K going to go down as well. Synergy charging forward. Keeper is going to get assassinated. Not enough damage to kill off that Venge, but they're going to try to go for Wadafaka, who's going to dive perfectly around, has no fire spirits up. They can kill this egg, however Synergy doesn't have enough HP to do so. This egg is going to die to Razvan, and that is going to be a 4-for-1. Really, a 4-for-1? Spirit Breaker is going to want to come back in, but by the time he gets here, maybe he'll get 1 kill. Maybe he'll be able to kill off this Earthshaker, but he will be punished if he does decide to dive that far. He had not a good fight for xGame by any stretch. The Aegis did absolutely nothing, and well, the Drow Ranger had some pretty nice gusts there, but the Queen of Pain deciding to man-fight a sniper with Mask of Madness, I mean, yeah, you'll be able to kill him off if you have all your skills up by the time you initiate, and if Mask of Madness is up, you'll be able to burst him down. But once your burst combo is done as Queen of Pain, you really can't do that much to the sniper, except for a couple of piddly right-clicks. I mean, these right-clicks are hitting pretty hard, but Sniper's just hitting a lot harder, so Red Light racing the Queen of Pain and damage output definitely coming ahead there, as he would expect to most of the time with this type of build. And then, of course, the cogs there for the clockwork were just absolutely impeccable. I have a feeling that this Spirit Breaker would have had a little bit more value if he didn't decide to stop on the clockwork. It is possible that I missaw that and he got battery assaulted out of his charge. But if he just went for the Earthshaker, that would have been, you know, one hero off the, you know, not having to worry about him for a little while longer. And then, well, you have a numbers advantage from there on out. But that two-man cogs, man, that was just backbreaking. It's pretty much the best way that XPC can start that fight. And that's the power of having a really fast initiator in that clockwork. This is like the second or third time we've seen it. Synergy has been huge with these hook shots, and well, he's not really been you know, getting the most kills for himself. He's been getting a ton of kills for his team. Speaking of Exhibit A, Keeper's going to unleash a magic missile into a blade mail and will be going down. Synergy is going to claim another kill for himself. More importantly, going to open the door for this mid lane push. Red Light is going to open up with his big old gun, and well, xGame, they are teleporting in 2 heroes. Shaker does see them both, though. And though the clockwork just uses hookshot, Kino has an initiation in. He's going to land a coil onto 2. Wadafaka cannot get out because he's silenced. Has to use his egg, but you know, he will get it out, but he'll just get that cracked immediately. Off to the side though, 4K just gonna be dishing from the side. Mask Command has popped. Synergy gonna put up the cogs, but it's a little bit too late. 4K is gonna draw a couple kills, and also the Queen of Pain in the meantime, killing off a couple more. Suddenly it's a team wipe going the other direction as they protect the Phoenix Egg long enough. Reeves finally finds his angle to go in with that BKB. And 4K Warrior is off to the side. That's the positioning that you want as the Drow Ranger. You have your targets here. You're shooting at them. Fish in a barrel at that point. Just fish in a barrel, and Drow Ranger pretty much under no pressure that entire fight, whereas the Sniper was. And as I promised during the draft, guys, this game is going to be all about positioning. It's all about positioning. If you have your Drow Ranger in the back and their Sniper is in the front, it's an easy win for xGame pretty much no matter how far behind they are. And they're going to capitalize off of this team fight by a single tier 2 tower. Bottom lane looking pretty vulnerable as well. They can maybe decide to contest that, or you know, try to jam it home down there. But it looks like this tower might actually die from, let's say, natural causes. TP is coming in, and this tower is going to be killed off one way or another. Unfortunately, that xGame didn't make a beeline for this one. They could have made sure that this was destroyed and not denied. Well, shit happens for xGame, and I mean, they already got a decent fight on their hands, so pretty sure they can't be too greedy about this. Not with much mana any longer, so they're gonna have to back into their base and recharge their batteries. But 4K surviving that fight is gonna put him all the way up to 2,700 Gs. Manta Style is swiftly incoming for him. Queen of Pain with that BKB has another 2,400 in her bank account. And aside from that, xGame, well, their items aren't gonna be too relevant as far as damage output is concerned on these other heroes. However, a Heaven's Halberd on the Phoenix, if it is going to be a halberd, should be the builds for Wadafaka, and will be a really influential item as well. If he gets on top of the Sniper, you'll be able to disarm him, and it decreases attack speed. Of course, you don't really want to be doing those at the same time, but having that disarm versus the almost purely right-click damaged hero of XPC's Sniper is going to be huge. And, well, Sniper, well, first of all, Drow Ranger is in a lot of trouble. Gus, oh, you already used Gus. Synergy's going to get that kill. Reeves has not enough burst damage to kill off Synergy. Space Cow a little bit too slow. The rest of the heroes here for XPC are going to look to reinitiate onto Reeves. They have a Fissure, they have a Blink, Silence, Coil is there as well. But Reeves is going to pop the BKB, Assassinate, going to fly, and it won't do anything because of that BKB. But they do see Keeper right now. who is going to actually be pretty lucky in backing off. I guess XPC just don't know who's right behind that Venge, so they're going to call it quits for now. They get yet another snipe of the Gyro Ranger. She did get her Manta Style before she dies, though, which is kind of nice, but it's just Clockwork giving even more value to his team. 4-3-5, and this is pretty much the build that you want for a Clockwork. And Synergy looking for another hookshot right now. He sees it onto Wadafaka. Eul Scepter is there, which will buy enough time for this hookshot to cool down. And, well, they have chain stuns galore. Fissure being used as well as the Assassinate. Pretty overkill, you know, I would say. They had to use the coil there as well, but that's one dead Phoenix, and this is one dead tower shortly after. Blink forward, going on to Reeves. No silence, though. Puck deciding to jump in without that skill available, but they will catch a Fissure onto Skeeper. Lots of damage from the Sniper and the Death Ward as well. That'll be the death of the Vengeful Spirit, and XGame is getting picked apart. And you can't afford to fight with less than 5 heroes up against what XPC have right now. Gotta take a 5v5 or nothing. 5v5 or 0v5. But this tower now going to take a lot of damage. The pushing power of XPC not as high as XGame's because they have that Gyro Ranger on XGame. D12 going to run straight to Reeves. Missing a Sonic Wave, though. Oh, man, he's going to land with the Eul Scepter. Has to pop the BKB. Will dodge the Fissure. But Reeves, bro, come on. It's Sonic Wave. D12, I don't think would have died from that, to be fair. But still, that's just not what you want to do. I think someone did blink into that. I think the puck did blink into that Sonic Wave, so I guess mission accomplished, but still, it's going to be the tower defended, but Synergy is in quite a bit of trouble right now. He has 4K in a corner, but Stallcat is here. 4K with the Manta Style as well is going to disperse that damage with Battery Assault, and with that Manta Style, Gyro Ranger is no longer a super easy kill to take. Even a Spirit Breaker didn't arrive. 4K with that Manta Style will mitigate pretty much all of the damage output from that Clockwork's Battery Assault. And if you're defending against the Battery Assault, you're going to be defending against most of what the Clockwork has to offer, and you'll be able to turn around with that lifesteal. As long as the Blade Mail is not up for that Clockwork, you'll be able to race him pretty easily. So now Mantis has, you know, enough to survive this Clockwork. And XGame, they're not looking too terrible in this game, but they're just taking really questionable fights. Yet despite that, they're still ahead in Golden Experience. Hand of Midas on Phoenix certainly helping there, but also XPC. I mean, they're getting quite a few kills, but they're not really transitioning them into that many objectives. They only have 2 towers to their name right now. Not even the bottom lane tower going down, which is something you usually would expect from having a sniper in that lane. Just being able to chip at it for free is usually going to be killing it off one way or another. But right now, XGame, they have, you know, a vast tower advantage. They've killed off Roshan themselves, so they are holding on to a decent advantage. But still, XPC, they just have to take a couple more great fights, and it's pretty easy for them to do so. We've been seeing them do this for the entire game. Their initiation power is showing through, and XGame, they're struggling to keep up. Pretty sure every single one of these fights have been XPC initiating. Maybe not the best every single time, but they've been calling the shots with this puck and this Clockwork. The Eul Scepter on the puck certainly helping out with that as well. So XGame, they're going to need a BKB on this Gyro Ranger, I think. She has a Mythal Hammer. I can only imagine it's going to be a BKB. I don't think it's going to be anything else. The problem is the Shaker, well, he's still slowly heading towards his Blink Dagger. Once he has that, then things will get really bad for the XGame side, as opposed to things right now which are just mediocre bad. Stallcat, though, is going to get jumped. He has no way of getting out of here. Hookshot in, it's a very easy kill. They also see the Queen of Pain off to the side. They have Eul Scepter and Coil. Not really enough to kill off this Queen of Pain, though, but either way, it's yet another kill for the XPC side. In XGame, they're just not fighting that well. Like, they've been constantly picked off. Again and again and again, they're going to die, and they've been getting very few pickoffs themselves. Maybe looking at one down towards bottom. D12 is not going to hit with the Sonic Wave, charged forward by the Phoenix, but the Witch Doctor with a straight TP with that Voodoo Restoration is going to get himself out of safety. That time, Sonic Wave would have done it, but Reeves unfortunately miscounting his mana. Going for a BKB Ultimate Orb build as Queen of Pain, you're going to be mana light very often. They're going to run into the puck now. Blink forward, Eul Scepter onto that Phoenix. Gus going to be dodged, actually, as 4K is in a lot of trouble right now. He's going to get stunned out with the Fissure. They're going to try to go instead for Wadafaka, but that Heaven's Halberd making him very hard to kill. Assassinate is going to fly. Wadafaka will pop the egg, though. That will keep him alive for a lot longer and force XPC to back off. They'll lose the Shaker and the puck off to the side. Clockwork's going to dive right in, looking for someone, but he doesn't have enough damage to kill off Reeves because of this huge creep wave. With Hookshot, though, he might have enough. He will need one more right click, and he will get it. But now Synergy is also in a lot of trouble, being chased down by the Venge. Has no backup here in the meantime. D12 and Red Light going to kill off the Phoenix. Now going to go straight for Stallcat. Another strike already used, and Stallcat cannot kill off these two heroes. Red Light is going to kite him from hell and back with his movement speed. Charge forward. That's not going to do it. Red Light is going to get this kill. Who's going to win off to the side? It's going to be Skeeper killing off the, right? Wait, no. Yes. Did he? No, Clockwork? got away. Okay, Clockwork got away. Keeper was not able to kill off that hero. But xGame, they still just don't take a really fantastic fight. That was really good positioning for the XPC team. They first of all collapse on the Phoenix right here, but also having the Shaker just off to the side, distracting the Drow Ranger, fishing her up, whereas XPC's damage output was coming from below. Next game they found themselves in a pincer, and that's never really where you want to be. So they have to try to just take these fights a little bit better. Queen of Pain also not having the most mana, not really helping out there either. But, you know, after all said and done, it's still going to be XPC taking a pretty huge trade in their favor. Problem is, once again, they're not really translating these good trades into any objectives. Maybe this time they're going to look towards 4K. Hookshot is available. Synergy, how baller are you feeling? Do you feel like trying for the blind hook? No, he's not going to go for it. His teammates are coming around, but they're not going to go for it just yet. Still, the structures are standing for xGame, and if XPC can't, you know, kill off or deny Roshan, or kill off these towers, then they can take all these team fights, all of them in the world. They won't actually be winning this game. They won't be losing it either, but man, they need to be taking some towers sooner or later, as they are still not in the gold lead, I don't think. It is still 5k gold, 2.5 in experience. It's still nice for xGame to have, but we can see how much it's actually mattering right now. Maybe there will be that one fight where xGame just get the initiation themselves. I don't know who's going to be doing that, but it's a possibility, I guess, maybe. And the Phoenix is pretty tanky right now. He'll be able to dive right in and usually sustain quite a few hits with evasion and plate mail. This dude's not dying for quite a long time. Actually, he's probably the most vulnerable when he's actually going to use a supernova, which is, you know, kind of not what you want to have happen, especially up against a Mask of Madness sniper. Those hits will come very quickly and your egg will break. So Phoenix is going to be like probably the best frontliner that xGame have. They still have a lot of damage output. They just can't get any control back onto the XPC side. It's always xGame on the run or just completely stunned up. So when you're doing either one of those, then you're not really going to be doing that much, except for running away. Your damage output when running away is very low. Synergy looking for another hook shot. He does see a Queen of Pain right now. The angle isn't quite there, and he will be backing off for now. However, they also see a Vengeful Spirit, and they see a Drow Ranger. Hook shot after the Force Staff. Synergy is going to get another kill. Gus is going to push him all the way up to the high ground, actually. Now, that's a lucky angle for 4K to take. Off to the side, though, they're going to get into a secondary fight. It's going to be Sheeper to get annihilated by the sniper. Vengeful Spirit down. Not exactly the target they want, but 4K's Gust keeping him, for the most part, very, very safe in this game. Gust and Manta style, man. Gust and Manta style. Maybe the Vengeful Spirit, I mean, her job there was to distract so that the Drow Ranger could survive, and I guess mission accomplished. But this tower is going to be going down, not for free, however. Top lane is going to be an even trade. Fortification is available on both sides, will be used, and looks like XPC wanted to defend their top lane. They have the Shaker coming around. Synergy, though, going to wrap around for 4K, going to catch him. No, Cog's not going to catch. He's going to hook shot forward, though, and that will get the kill on the Drow Ranger with Assassinate, killing him off in the end. The Drow Ranger does go down to the end, and they do kill off that tower as well up towards top. Phoenix is also going to join this fight, and they will kill off this tower. Even trades so far, 1-1. For xGame, it's a tier 2 for a tier 1, so they're really happy about that, but now they have to defend a Roshan fight. The Clockwork doesn't have that much mana, and Red Light doesn't either. This is a fight that xGame can take if they have their Drow Ranger. But for right now, it's going to depend a lot on this Phoenix's positioning. He's going to Solar Beam first into the pit, just to get an eye on things. He also has that Supernova, which is very difficult to deal with. If he somehow ends up on one of these cliff faces, then he'll just be a free roll. Sheeper, though, is going to jump in for a Magic Missile. I don't really know what the plan was there, because now he's just going to die. Here comes Stalker, but he will get hit with the Coil and Fissure. Sonic Wave coming through from Reeves, and Wadafaka diving from behind. We'll get hit with the Echo Slam, but now the Supernova is going to come off. D12 is going to die, and they don't have enough attack speed to kill off this egg. Razvan is going to burn to the egg as the explosion kills him off. Now Key is on the run from those Fire Spirits. Reeves off to the side, though, will just completely botch his Scream of Pain. Now he's going to get dove by Key. Will not be enough damage, but Synergy's going to revive to this fight. That's going to kill off the Queen of Pain. Now going for Wadafaka. Battery Assault is up, and Wadafaka, he's so tanky to these right clicks, but not to spells, and he is going to die as well. xGame, their Drow Ranger, is now back alive, but she is a little bit too late to this fight. XPC take yet another beneficial trade in a 3-for-4. They don't kill off Roshan, so I guess for xGame it's not too terrible, but still, like, they can't kill off Roshan right now, at least not too quickly, because xGame will be hanging around this area, or at least they should be hanging around this area. They'll know that 4K does have enough power to kill off Roshan, as it previously did solo, and it's at half HP. I think XPC just backed off a little bit too far. They could have contested this Roshan very easily, but instead 4K was going to get bashed a couple times. That might actually be enough for XPC to steal this one. He going to jump right in. Jar Ranger, though, grabs the Aegis. Hookshot for it onto 4K. Might end up losing his Aegis immediately, but here comes Stallcat. Looking for that Nether Strike. Synergy also is going to be taking a lot of damage as Puck just trying to buy himself more time with that Eul Scepter. Will not be able to escape. No, Blink Dagger off to the south. Orb down as well. He's going to live as Shaker comes in with a fissure. They grab the Aegis, though, and that's what's important for XGame. They don't get any kills, which is, obviously not the best when you have an opportunity for a couple. Everyone in XPC disengaged pretty cleanly, but they get their objective. Jar Ranger gets to grab that Aegis, and XPC just backing off a little bit too far. Like Clockwork being closer to the mid lane and Puck as well. If they knew that XGame were just going straight for that Roshan, they would have stuck around. They probably could have killed off that Jar Ranger really easily. But instead, what are you going to do, man? Reeve's going to assassinate the Witch Doctor, showing off his brand new Sheepstick up towards the top lane. And, well, he will be safe to back off from there, but XGame, they're still getting a couple pickoffs here and there, but still not really what they need. Seems like both sides are just, like, really struggling to play properly right now. They have a really clear game plan. They're just, like, getting so many hiccups along the way. 4K, though, going to run Synergy. He has the Aegis this time, and he's going to open up onto the Clockwork. No, instead, deciding to go for the Sniper. Stallcat going to go straight for that hero. Chain setting up so that 4K has a free time to right-click. Reeve's going to jump right in. Misses the Sonic Wave into Red Light, though. He gets it onto Puck, but will that even matter? Puck is going to be able to get out of there. Stallcat's now going to be shot down by the Sniper. Second missed Sonic Wave. I mean, you rarely even see one, let alone two. Wadafaka is going to dive deep for this kill. He does not have his Supernova just yet. Needs to get it out, though, but will be chainstun. Death Ward as well. Will kill off 4K's Aegis. Reeve's going to come right in, using the cover of that egg, and they will stun D12 with it. Now with the damage from Reeves, they will get that kill as well. That's 3 down for XPC as Wadafaka dives for a little bit more. Will throw out a couple Fire Spirits. Wouldn't have been lethal on anyone anyway, and will just swoop his way out of there. The top lane and mid lane now pretty vulnerable. XGame living with most of their heroes. 4K still alive. And another botched Sonic Wave seemingly doesn't even matter as XPC die anyway. That was the play you want to make. They're going to initiate over towards mid. Small swap going to keep the Queen of Pain alive. Keeper in a little bit of trouble. Will dodge a fissure actually. A couple more right clicks from the Puck though. Will get this kill. He waves before he dies though, which will help out in Jar Ranger's attempts at killing off the Shaker. Walks around the corner though. Gets stunned. Queen of Pain going to rejoin this fight. Going to erase the Puck this time. Will come out ahead. That's going to be 5 kills for XGame. The two supports of XGame giving their lives for such a huge greater good. And Phoenix is going to come right back in. He has full HP, full mana, TP coming in from Puck, but do they have anything to be afraid of from this hero? I don't really think they do. It's the Sniper and Clockwork buying back that they really have to be scared of. And Clockwork, he's going to hook shot in, miss though. He does have an Aghanim, so it's not going to bother him too much. But still, XGame, even with a botched Sonic Wave, they protect their Drow Ranger and they get on top of the Sniper. Positioning is key. It doesn't matter who's far ahead or who's behind. If you can't get the positioning, you're not going to win that fight. But now 4K, he has a BKB, so he's going to man-fight Synergy, who has to force staff his way out of there. The Cogs are going to hold strong for right now, but the Spirit Breaker is coming in. 4K awkwardly jumbled in those Cogs. Now going to decide to go for Key. There is a phase shift here, but he is going to get his Blink Dagger canceled. 4K going to drop very low to the Death Ward, which no one is canceling right now. Bouncing through everyone. It's going to be a triple kill for D12. Oh my god, Witch Doctor Aghanims is pretty good, guys. In case you didn't already know, that's going to be a clean triple as XGame get wiped off the face of the earth. They can't get on top of this Witch Doctor, and their Drow Ranger gets initiated upon using the BKB. What second is that? That was a 10-second BKB for pretty much nothing. Had to use it or else he would have died. Yes. But also couldn't get any hits off because he was stuck in those Cogs, and you can't really kill off Cogs that quickly as any hero. I mean, Drow Ranger would be the one to do it, but was not attacking those Cogs, and with those Cogs, with everyone from XPC coming in, yeah, Puck did go down, but for a triple, man, that's so worth it. In the famous words of some random 12-year-old, oh baby, a triple. Sniper now going to grab that Eye of Scotty. Still not doing the most damage right now, but the longer he survives, the higher the chances are of him being able to turn around on the Spirit Breaker, whoever's in his face, and just killing them off, then going towards the Jar Ranger. Synergy though, hook shot in, going to find Wadafaka, not quite though. Assassinate's going to come through, Phoenix taking quite a bit of damage, but Synergy not really on the target, and Shaker still doesn't have his Blink Dagger? No, he does, just deciding not to go for it. And that's fine, you could wait a little while longer. Again, hookshot is Aghanimed now, so he's going to be more than happy to spam that one, and yeah, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, no big deal. With a Force Staff most of the time, he will be keeping himself alive. But now, XPC, they still have not taking that many objectives. All the tier 2s stand. They have a 10 kill advantage, but the advantage is still being held by xGame, albeit very slightly. If their Drow Ranger can continue to survive these fights, if they can avoid these really sketchy engagements, if they could kill off the Witch Doctor, then XPC, man, their base is going to be under siege. Hell, their base has been under siege for the past couple of minutes now, just slowly but surely. xGame, they're chipping down these towers and getting a little bit closer to the Radiant base. And they're actually playing, you know, with a couple more objectives in mind. XPC, they're getting these kills, but they're just backing off afterwards. Speaking of, they're going to try again for 4K. This time, Stallcat's right around the corner, but the Cogs will bump it back. Now the Death Ward, which will be interrupted this time by the Gust. 4K can go straight for D12, but once again, he's stuck in these Cogs. Blink forward this time from Reeves. Another strike onto Synergy, locking him down for the Drow Ranger. Just open up with those Frost Arrows. 4K going to draw that kill. Queen of Pain in the meantime, chasing D12. Don't miss your Sonic Wave here, Reeves. He doesn't have a Sheep Stick, though. Charge is going to be a little bit too late, and Reeves will fall short of that kill. Nothing he could have done to kill that hero off. But they defend Mantis, they kill off that Clockwork, and now they have yet another chance to make an objective happen. Should be up a high ground push up towards top, although if they don't want to do that and just wait for Roshan, that would also be extremely understandable. Roshan timer not going to be revealed for quite a long time, actually, so xGame still not with that flexibility moving forward, but you know what? They kill off the Clockwork, they get rid of the problem hero, the Witch Doctor, or one of the problem heroes, let's say, that Witch Doctor. With Clockwork off the table right now, xGame can breathe a little bit easier. The Puck hasn't really been the one to make those primary initiations. For the most part, it just has been that Clockwork hookshotting in. Razvan is going to be stalking his Vengeful Spirit Prey, who does not know what's happening right now. Cask is going to bounce. Keeper's in a lot of trouble right now. Assassinate with the Maledict is going to kill him off. And yeah, good guys don't look at explosions, but sometimes you just got to make sure the job is done. Vengeful Spirit going to go down. Not really the biggest loss for the xGame side. Killing off a Clockwork for XPC, that's a lot worse for XPC than xGame losing their Vengeful. But now the Clockwork's back up, the hunt is going to continue. And xGame, if they just have heroes, a couple heroes right next to each other, then they will be able to defend each other from this Clockwork. I think at this point, XPC might be getting a little bit too overconfident in their ability for Clockwork to initiate. Yeah, he'll be able to get in, but he won't be able to do that much damage nowadays. His damage output, or his damage heyday, is pretty much gone at this point. Battery Assault will be nice if you catch just one target in, but the target you need to catch, Drow Ranger has BKB and Mantis Style, and Queen of Pain has BKB and Blink, so you catch anyone else, but you just kind of don't want to. XPC, though, they're going to group up, and it looks like they want to smoke, although they're not. If they do, then it's so far not going to be revealed. And they're just looking for an angle. They're just waiting for some poor sucker from xGame to wander into the mid lane. It looks like that poor sucker might be Wadafaka. Oh, or 4K. That's good too. Mantis, don't go in there. It's not a good idea, guys. So XPC just grouping around for no real reason. We have a short respawn time, but hookshot in. Gonna catch the Vengeful Spirit one more time. Synergy has enough damage to kill him off. Swap out, though, is gonna keep Keeper alive. Not to the Assassinate, though. Death Ward now being channeled from the low ground. 4K will get the Gust out this time, and D12 is gonna take a very quick fall. Now with that sun going up, Sniper can't attack because of that disarm effect, and 4K is going to chase forward for Red Light, but that really won't work out very well unless Stallcat comes in. 4K is going to survive for a little while longer. 200 HP. He's going to turn out with the lifesteal. He will die to the Puck in the end. That silence is going to kill him off. Razvan going to get in there with a nice 3-man Echo Slam, but will it be enough? He's not going to kill off anyone here. Synergy is going to initiate onto Stallcat right now. That will be the death of the Spirit Breakers. A chase forward for the Shaker. That will be an even kills there. Two heroes left for either side. Key going to pick a fight with Reeves right now. Just wants to get this bottle charge, but he can't quite get it. He's silenced, but he has a Sheep Stick cooling down. And he will be able to use that to kill off this Puck. Reeves going to draw this kill. Clockwork, though, has another hook shot in. Does he have the angle? Does he have the mana? Does he know where the Queen of Pain is? Because he's going to go for it. If he does, hook shot blindly. Way off the mark. But it's going to be a 4-for-4. An even fight after all is said and done. At least numerically it is. But because XPC are a little bit more behind, they're going to get a little bit more off of that. Man, this game is just an absolute mess right now. The Witch Doctor really needs a BKB, and I'm sure he will be going for that one when he can. It's actually a Blink Dagger that he decides to go for. Ooh, it looks like they snag a gem off the floor. And XPC a little bit too late for that one. But the Witch Doctor getting his ultimate interrupted pretty much first thing. Well, it's definitely not starting things off on a great note, but so many reinitiations and disengagements, reinitiations again. Problem is for xGame, they just can't keep their Drow Ranger alive, and the Sniper wasn't really being kept alive either. Because you have like both sides bypassing the front lines and going straight for the back line. And the front line is still alive, and the frontliners seems like for XPC might be slightly stronger. This Clockwork seemingly unkillable right now with 2400 HP. Now with the Ghost Scepter and a Blade Mail, so you know, if you want to hit him, if you can hit him, then you probably don't want to. So synergy with this Aghanim Scepter hookshot getting some insane value in this game. And it will be, you know, kind of mirrored by Reeves' impact. Going for an Aghanims now, just so he could miss Sonic Wave a couple more times. Oh, shots fired, guys. No, but seriously, it's not really going to be the best item for Queen of Pain in this game, but you already have Sheepstick BKB. Honestly, you could go for anything and it will be justifiable. Just dropping a couple more Sonic Waves onto the likes of Sniper would be just huge. Like, a little bit more damage is always nice. It's only like 100 increase, though. You don't get it for the damage increase. You get it for the cooldown decrease. Having this thing on 40-second cooldown means that the pushing from XGame is going to be a lot more intense. And this is going to be protecting their structures. Like, the reason XPC have yet to take substantial tier 2s of the XGame side is because all these fights, for the most part, have been happening more so on the Radiant side of the map than the Dyers, or at least in the middle. And they've been, you know, not completely crushing for the XPC side. So, you know, the Queen of Pain, if she just drops a Sonic Wave, keeps pushing out these waves, ensures that the fights are going to be happening closer to the Radiant side of the map. So if XGame end up losing a fight, they don't end up losing that many structures. Right now, their Raxes aren't really in that much trouble. Like, the Sniper has gone for a very durable kind of build after that Mask of Madness. Sannyasha, Eye of Skadi, kind of redundant items, but hell, they're all going to be helping out him in his case to survive. But as far as damage output is concerned, yeah, he's attacking really fast. He's just not doing too much damage. In XGame, they're still doing a lot of damage with the plus 80. Oh my god, from the Jar Ranger right now. 4K in a little bit of trouble. Fissure going to connect, but it looks like they know this time, XPC, that they cannot afford to just YOLO dive onto this Jar Ranger. They do have to stick around, however. And, well, if they don't deal with their top lane, then this top lane's going to be pushing in quite a bit. But also, you have to defend this Roshan. Illusions are on the floor right now. And if Jar Ranger can grab those, man, that'll be a huge boon for the XGame side. Yeah, Jar Ranger with Illusion Rune. It's not quite as good as Phantom Lancer or Naga, but it will get the job. Unless you just kill him off with Roshan. Okay. You gotta make me wrong. They're gonna jump in onto Keeper. Synergy will kill off this Vengeful Spirit first. Waves through everyone beforehand, though. Gust onto everyone as well. Phoenix gonna dive right to the back end with the Sonic Wave back up. Phoenix might get this egg done. No, it won't. Reeves gonna kill off that Shaker, but Death Ward is gonna be channeled. Interrupted by Stalk out to side. 4K still alive. Is gonna go straight for Synergy. Where's the Sniper? He's up on the high ground. 4K can't do enough damage onto anyone. Stalkcat being kited as well, and 4K just has to back off. Stalkcat will go down. 4K, no, not running the right way. Now he's gonna hit with a hook shot, and he's gonna go down as well. It's a full 5-man wipe. Only giving away their Shaker, and XGame, oh man, it's a mess for them. This time both sides keep their backliner alive. The Drow Ranger survives for a long time, Red Light survives as well. But XPC put up so many barricades, and their positioning was just so much better. They forced XGame to go up hills, and the Sniper is up on that hill. The Phoenix also diving in before doing really much of anything is going to be pretty bad for XGame. You need that Phoenix's son to go off, or you at the very least need to cover that Phoenix. But he dove in, had no cover, and, well, what do you do there? You just die. His egg got bursted, and this time it's going to be an Aegis claimed by the Sniper. And tier 2 is probably going to go down anyway, but they take down that tower, and with 47 seconds left on the sideline, Jar Ranger is going to be out of this upcoming high ground push. If XPC want to go for it, looks like they're going to defend their bottom lane instead. This is them playing rather cautiously. They're still going to try to go for this tier 3. Fortification is there. But with 30 seconds on the clock, really XGame, they can't afford to fight with this Drow because she's doing all the damage. Not only just through her right clicks, but also this precision aura. Without that, I don't know if XGame could fight, but XPC going to play it super cautiously. They took their team fight, they took their victory, and they took the Aegis. So they're going to recharge the batteries. They have all their ultimates back up again. Maybe grab another item or two. What item will that be, though? That's the question. BKB D12, is that up yet? No, not quite. Razan Force Staff, that's not really too big. 2300, 1500. There's Travels on the Clockwork, that's nice. Sniper, I feel like he should have something else. Does he have something on the Courier? No, he doesn't. What the hell did you just buy? A BKB? Shrapnel! Has he had that for a while? I'm pretty sure that's a new BKB purchase, or a new-ish BKB purchase. Regardless, Sniper is keeping alive in these fights, and next game they're trying a little bit too hard to go for Red Light, not respecting his tankiness. But once Red Light grabs something like a Daedalus or an MKB, then the Sniper is going to be truly deadly. Or Butterfly, those would all be good choices. But for XPC, they still have the Aegis cheese. If they sit back right now, that is pretty much just an objective mistake. Gotta go for a couple more of these, and it looks like it'll be smoking up to the top lane, where we're going to see most likely another team fight. New items for XGame, really not that many. They have to keep this Drow Ranger alive, they have to get on top of the sniper. But if XPC can keep their sniper in the back, then it'll be all over for them. Synergy also can't afford to jump in right now. He's going to hookshot in, but he's way too far ahead of the rest of his side, and Reeves is going to just bounce right out of there. Synergy using his hookshot first, but Puck also is here. Coil opportunity. He's instead going to use the Yule Scepter on the Vengeful Spirit, blinking forward, dodging the Gust, now getting hexed onto 4K so that Synergy can jump right in. If they could kill off this Drow Ranger, that will be the end of it. There's the ultimate from the Earthshaker, as well as that Witch Doctor bouncing through. 4K is going to go down. This time he does not have a buyback. Oh man, is this just game? Oh, mid lane is going to be the objectives. Looks like Synergy going to Spider-Man over there. Everyone else from XGame going to retreat. But XPC getting the perfect initiation onto the perfect hero. They isolate the Drow Ranger, they kill her off in a hurry, they get the Vengeful Spirit, which is pretty much just a bonus prize, but they're this time right next to the enemy base, and they will go straight in for it. Assassinate's gonna fly, Cog's gonna fly, but this tower is going to go down, and now Raxes are in trouble. Fortunately for XGame, they still have 2 tier 2s up and available, so XPC can't outright grab Megas here. But with a minute, Drow Rangers on the sidelines, top lane tower is killable right now for the XPC side. Their creep wave is kind of there. They're going to have to back off. This is really where it hurts that they haven't taken down these tier 2s previously. If these were down, then XGame would probably be staring down the barrel of mega creeps. But instead, they're going to be alive for a little while longer. They need this Drow Ranger to get buyback, though. How close is she? Wait. What? Wait. Okay, this is bugged then? She has a buyback. She has extra gold. But this thing doesn't say that she has buyback. Am I missing something, guys? Did they change something? Buyback cooldown available. She has a surplus of gold. Yeah, this thing must just be bugged. So I've been depending on these things like up here for quite a long time. If you have like the little banner on it, then it means you have your buyback. But apparently I don't know the status of Drow Ranger's buyback, guys. I honestly have no idea. I'm assuming this thing is bugged. But up towards top, XPC are going to go. With still 37 seconds where Drow Ranger is on the sidelines, they're going to be able to snag this tier 2 tower very easily. Reeves doing his best to push out the bottom lane with that spammable Sonic Wave, but there's no way that the Queen of Pain by herself can outrace all of XPC, even though Queen of Pain might be right on top of the tier 3s already. They're going to teleport back in. Hookshot, blind from Synergy. Here we go. Looking for it. Sees the target. Hookshot forward. Oh, barely off target. Synergy very close, but close isn't going to cut it. I guess just Drow Ranger, they decided to not use her buyback. They lose only one set of Raxes, which isn't too terrible for XGame. It could definitely be a lot worse if any of the tier 2s were down in the side lanes. Then XGame would be very close to losing this game right now. But yeah, I have no idea what that is all about. Either way, 48-32 in XPC. Wait, Drow Ranger now doesn't have a buyback? What is going on? She got more golds. What? Okay, I have no idea what's happening. Did she buy something? Did she like... These are all old items. I think she might have completed her Scotty, but it looks like she has enough. Whatever. I don't even care. If she buys back, it's fine. If not, then I'm going to call shenanigans on this game. But XPC, they've taken down one of the tier 2s, blocking their way towards Megas. They're going to go down towards the bottom lane and look for a secondary. The Aegis status is still up on Sniper for not that much longer, though. Most likely it'll just be a minor potion for him. But the cheese is still up on the Puck, and he will, with that, will be able to put out some serious damage now that he himself is a sheep stick. Although I think probably waiting until its Aegis time's out, then sliding the cheese over to the Sniper is going to be a better idea. Because the Sniper is durable, man. He's got 2,500 HP, he's got 17 armor to boot. Killing him off is going to be really hard. Killing him off twice through cheese is going to be even harder. We'll see if they want to ship that over, but either way, they're going to go straight for the bottom lane. And XGame, I don't think they should want to defend this. Bottling up in their base seems to be the best way, or they could try to sneak attack. I guess that could also maybe work. Shaker, though, is in a pretty decent position to reveal this, and XGame, They're not going to really expect a Shaker on the high ground. Reeves going to get his smoke blown first. Here comes Stallcat charging in. Nice 3-man silence. Razvan going to jump in, but he immediately gets silenced. He can't get the Echo Slam off, and he will go down first. But the Death Ward with the BKB now. Going to be swapped out. D12 can't get that one out either, and 4K is just right-clicking everyone. In the meantime, the egg is going to be burning in the back lines. Red Light is going to get stunned from that one. 4K is still alive, but he can't put out much damage right now. Reeves going to reinitiate into this fight, going for Red Light, and they will kill off the sniper, but they will also lose the puck. Synergy, or lose the Jar Ranger rather. Synergy, and he, the only one surviving. They're going to try to kill off Reeves right now, but he has another blink out. He will go straight to the north. Hookshot will be off point, and Reeves getting a little bit of healing from this solar beam. Will call the cogs once again. He will be going down, and this time it'll be, no, wait, actually he still will survive for a little while longer. Reeves, does he have a blink out of here? No, he doesn't. Orb through is going to get the kill. Now Wadafaka, man fighting key. Solar beam, no, those are fire spirits. Fire spirits going to be thrown every which way. Doesn't quite have a way of interrupting this TP.
Dire's middle tower
And is it really going to be a 4-for-4 again? Oh my god, guys, this game is getting pretty out of control. The Phoenix of all heroes is going to be the one to survive. He was right next to the sniper. I don't know why Sniper wasn't killing off that egg. I guess he just had higher priorities, and killing off the Jar Ranger is a higher priority. But yeah, the Phoenix getting his egg off was a pretty big deal there. Like, that stunned pretty much everyone. It bought XGame a lot of time to recover. It bought time for Queen of Pain to jump right back into the fight. And XGame still hold on to their tier 2. Really though, I think it was the gust from the Jar Ranger that did it. The Earthshaker blinked straight in with that Queen of Pain. I think it was the Queen of Pain, or two heroes clumped up right here, which forced out the gust from the Jarrow. But the Shaker blinked right into that gust. If he was able to get that Echo Slam off, that would have been 3 heroes pretty much perma-stunned and probably would have died. But instead, the gust came out just in time for the XGame side, and they're going to be so very fortunate that they got that off in time. In Tier 2 stands and XPC, they still have the cheese? No, they actually use the cheese in that fight as well. So XGame taking a fantastic fight in this game. And they're going to be alive for just a little while longer. Their damage output is still very high, though. Tier 2 is going to be denied. I don't know if I would have denied that. Maybe just keep it up just to be a mild inconvenience to XPC if they want to go down a side lane. But that fight for XGame, pretty much everything that could have gone right went right. They swapped out the Witch Doctor, they isolated the Sniper, they got the egg to erupt, and just wasn't enough just yet. XPC, are they going to go for it yet again? Roshan is going to be up in a mystery amount of time. Oh, a very short Roshan respawn timer. I don't think this is really going to be favoring either side too much. Actually, it's going to be favoring whichever side has their creeps pushing in. And top lane is pushing in towards the Dire. Bottom lane is also going to be pushing in towards the Dire. So it does barely favor XPC. But do they really want to fight into this Roshan pit? I don't know if they do.
I'll take that.
Roshan now is up again. Aegis Cheese available. And XPC know about this, whereas XGame do not. If they did know about it, you could bet they wouldn't be heading up to the north right now. They'd be going straight for that pit. And this might actually be a free Aegis for XPC. XGame, guys, if you lose this game because you don't check Roshan, that'll just be like the most painful thing ever for anyone watching Dota. But it seems like XPC not going to go in for it just yet. They're going to push the bottom lane a little bit more. Now they're going to open up Roshan. Again, we can see Red Light's damage not that high right now. It's his survivability and his sustainability, his kite ability that's keeping him alive and keeping him a threat. But they will slowly but surely work down this Roshan. Whereas for XGame, they have no idea this is happening. This is going to be really bad for XGame. I mean, man, they took the last fight through cheese, but they can't take it through cheese and Aegis. XGame just don't know about this. This Rocket Flare is going to reveal that this Roshan is being done, but it's way too late. That's Aegis, that's cheese. Puck grabbing that Aegis, and Sniper grabbing the cheese? No, Sniper, D12 grabbing the cheese, rather. Sniper is just going to go for his full 6-slot build. I guess that's fine as well. But XGame, challenge mode. The other one was like medium difficulty. This one is hard difficulty. Can you defend your high ground versus Aegis Cheese when you are not that far behind, but still behind in this game? I don't know. They're going to have to replicate the last fight almost to the T. And I guess they have slightly better positioning just being inside their own base. It'll force XPC into a bottle. But all eyes are on Synergy right now. He's been hookshotting in first thing to start these fights off. We'll see if he does it again. Sees a couple targets. Hookshot still being held for right now. Slowly but surely, though, they're going to siege this tower. And eventually, Synergy is going to find his opening. I don't think anyone XGame is going to make that opening. Like, how are they going to initiate? Maybe he's just like, I don't know, Spirit Breaker from the side or something. That's the best way that they have of doing it. But slow and steady wins the race, guys. Keeper gonna swap red light in. BKB instantly goes up. They kill off the sniper. That'll be huge, but they can't. BKB is up. Sniper will get a pure damage hit with that sonic wave. Is gonna go down. D12 though, with his ultimate just grinding down everyone. Is not gonna be able to do lethal on anyone though. Egg off to the side is gonna be stunning everyone as well. Sonic wave through. Secondary time with that refresh orb is gonna be getting a couple more kills. Now that the puck gonna pop right back up. Synergy's still alive. The Gyro Ranger though is dead right now. They're gonna isolate Reeves off to the back end. Charge from the Spirit Breaker, not quite available. Solar Beam gonna keep the Queen of Pain alive though. She gets to get away. Now the Spirit Breaker going to reinitiate onto that puck, but again, you cannot connect with a charge on a puck. It's just not gonna happen. Do they have another strike? They don't. These two heroes probably don't have enough to kill off this puck. Shiva's guard is there, which will connect and disable the blink. They will, yes, they will kill off the puck. It's a triple kill for Wadafaka, and XGame defeat the game in hard mode, guys. They lose their Gyro Ranger, they lose their Vengeful Spirit, but a level 3 swap and the instant annihilation and buyback of Sniper. Sniper just got a little bit too careless. Like, he is very tanky, but the BKB doesn't protect him against a Sonic Wave. It doesn't protect his team from a double Sonic Wave. He just got a little bit too close to the XGame side, and a swap back is golden there. The Phoenix also for the upteenth time getting his egg to erupt correctly. And XPC all getting stunned out because of that. Also the Solar Beam, man. That freaking Phoenix Sunbeam. Healing Reeves just enough so that he could survive the stuns and silences and blink out of there. And XGame are still in it. I think they might even be close to a lead right now. Maybe not like through net worth and experience, but definitely like the fact that XPC, a lot of their heroes are going to be falling off. Like we could see Clockwork, he's surviving for a lot of these fights, and yeah, that's nice. But at this point, his damage output is dropped almost to 0. Like, he doesn't have an Assault Cuirass or anything like that, so no way of amplifying his own damage output. He's pretty much just a walking hookshot machine, which is fine, but you compare that to the Phoenix, who's still doing work in this game, and the Vengeful Spirit, who just paid for herself so many times over. 0, 14, and 11. It's the life of a support for Shkeeper. But you know what? That's fine. Because, well, 14 deaths and no kills. But he's still maybe going to be on the winning side. Not quite the Malka Ward, I don't think. That's 0-20, right? It's been a long time since I've thought about that, guys. What is the Malka Ward? Who knows what exactly is the Malka Ward? I have no idea. By the way, 54-41 right now. And XGame's still holding strong. Their Gyro Ranger now going to go for a little bit more direct damage herself. It's going to be 2 Daedalus. I don't think there's a plural for Daedalus on the Sniper and on the Gyro Ranger. Should be coming up relatively shortly. And a Spirit Breaker, if he had another item, that would be huge for XGame. Spirit Breaker is surviving for a lot longer than you would really expect. And if he finds himself like an Assault Cuirass or the Heaven's Halberd or something like that, then he could just very easily swing the game. Or if 4K can get caught out, that could swing the game as well. He has the rest of the XPC side converging onto his position. The Death Ward is there. He's going to try to make a break for it, but the body blocking from Synergy is preventing 4K from getting out. He will turn around, get swapped out, but he will go down in the end with Puck chasing forward. That's going to be his Sun looking to erupt right now. It will stun through everyone right now as the rest of XGame going to collapse through onto the Puck. Can't quite bring him down. Echo Slam onto 3 though, with the Maledict onto 3 as well. That's going to be XGame taking a huge hit. Reinitiation in from Synergy, but it's a little bit too late for that. The XGame side have to buy back with everyone, and they will do so. 4K though, if they can kill him off once again, he will not be available for the next fight. They will get right on top of him with Synergy. The stuns are there as well. Reeves is going to blink into the cogs right now. They will kill off the Gyro Ranger again. Queen of Pain going to buy back. Reeves is going to be right in the middle of this fight, and he is going to take quite a big hit. He will be brought down by Red Light. It's a rampage for him. Now shooting forward for this Phoenix. They're going to blink forward, kill off the Vengeful Spirit off to the side. Wadafaka awkwardly in the middle of everything. Here comes the Spirit Breaker one more time. Red Light looking to go down here, but he's still surviving with that lifesteal. He's going to get yet another kill, and he will kill off the Spirit Breaker. Now going for the Phoenix. It's not going to be a double rampage or anything like that, but XGame lose all of their buybacks, and XPC stand strong. That's good game, guys. Oh my god. That was an interesting game. 58 minutes in, and XPC are the ones to win it. If they kept the Gyro Ranger alive that first time, if the swap was enough, it wasn't though. If they kept her alive, that could have been XGame holding on for 1 or 2 more fights. But instead, XPC find perfect initiation. MVP without a doubt. Without a doubt. Going into the hands of Synergy. This guy's Clockwork just carried XPC so far, and But we're not done yet, guys. This is a best of 2, and of course this was just game 1. So I'm Mike Loris. I'm going to be right back for game 2 between XPC and xGame. Don't go anywhere, guys.